The boulders diminished to rocks that eventually turned to pebbles, and then, to my relief, we're back on pine needles and the gentle incline of the forest floor. For the first time, I realize we have a problem. Navigating the rocky terrain with a bad leg, well, you're naturally going to make some noise. And even on the smooth bed of needles, PETA is loud. And I mean loud, loud, as if he's stomping his feet or something. I turn and look at him. What? He asks. You've got to move more quietly, I say. Forget about Cato. You're chasing off every rabbit in a 10-mile radius. Really? He says. Sorry, I didn't know. So we started up again, and he's a tiny bit better, but even with only one working ear, he's making me jump. Can you take your boots off? I suggest. Here? He asked in disbelief, as if I'd asked him to walk barefoot on hot coals or something. I have to remind myself that he's still not used to the woods, that it's the scary forbidden place beyond the fences of District 12. I think of Gale with his velvet tread. It's eerie how little sound he makes, even when the leaves have fallen, and it's a challenge to move it all without chasing off the game. I feel certain he's laughing back home. Yes, I say patiently, I will too. That way we'll both be quieter, like I was making any noise. So we both strip off our boots and socks, and while there's some improvement, I could swear he's making an effort to snap every branch we encounter. Needless to say, although it takes several hours to reach my old camp with Rue, I've shot nothing. If the stream would settle down, fish might be an option, but the current is still too strong. As we stop to rest and drink water, I try to work out a solution. Ideally, I'd dump PETA now with some simple root gathering chore and go hunt, but then he'd be left with only a knife to defend himself against Cato's spears and superior strength. So what I'd really like is to try and conceal him somewhere safe, then go hunt and come back and collect him. But I have a feeling his ego isn't going to go for that suggestion. Katniss, he says, we need to split up. I know I'm chasing away the game. Only because your legs hurt, I say generously, because really, you can tell that's only a small part of the problem. I know, he says, so why don't you go on? Show me some plans to gather, and that way we'll both be useful. Not if Cato comes and kills you. I tried to say it in a nice way, but it still sounds like he's a weakling. Surprisingly, he just laughs. Look, I can handle Cato. I fought him before, didn't I? Yeah, and that turned out great. You ended up dying in a mud bank. That's what I want to say, but I can't. You did save my life by taking on Cato, after all. I try another tactic. What if you climbed up in a tree and acted as a lookout while I hunted? I say, trying to make it sound like very important work. What if you show me what's edible around here and go get us some meat? He says, mimicking my tone. Just don't go far in case you need help. I sigh and show him some roots to dig. We do need food, no question. One apple, two rolls, and a blob of cheese the size of a plum won't last long. I'll just go a short distance and hope Cato is a long way off. I teach him a bird whistle.